Okay, live again. Apologies for the delay, folks. Welcome everybody who got dragged in from Paul's Kong. Thanks for the raid, by the way. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys all saw the exact same game there. Velto are a good team, like I said in chat. They are a high expert team, but I think Super Shy just play at a very consistent like Masters tier. As far as I'm aware, they get decent Masters scrims and competitive in them. So I think it is just kind of a tier break, realistically. A smidgen unfortunate there for Velto, but that's just how it goes. Thanks, Saketch, for the follow. And as you can see now, we're going on to the next game of the day, which is going to be Dreamlight VO907. So my sources, the word on the street is that this game has already happened before. I'm going to try and dig out the Wikipedia of it, actually, because it's worth seeing. But it happened in a Nordic League. So I'll find this result. If I can. It's a lot of... Here we go. So let's put this over real quick. There you go. Here's your info for you. Okay, so here you go. Here you can see. So they played in Nordic League 3-1 in favor of 0907. So you have a favorite here. Lijiang was 2-0. King's Row was 2-3. Colosseo was a win. And Drunktown went 4-5. So it looks relatively close. If they went only on Colosseo, it implies that they were winning with something like... They could even play Ball, maybe. But considering it's Central Apan, then his best it kind of has been Hazard, in my opinion. So we'll see exactly how that's going to actually shake out with the actual game. Bans are coming through here, of course. No, with Dreamlight, they have been relatively in a period of flux recently. They dropped their coach, Manex. Sonda has been benched, so it's now going to be D-Cruz starting basically all the time on the hit scan roll. But we're going in pretty fast here. Thankfully, there's not nearly as much time wasting as there was in that previous. So start on Lijiang. Ban's going to be Ram and Anna. And we'll be there in just a second. Ram, Anna, both make sense. Ram's been a very common ban recently. I think he's just a really strong hero. It's as simple as that. But he's also so versatile. You've got strong perks. And Anna kind of the same. It's also thinking about what they enable, right? So with Ram Anna ban on like a Lijiang tower, you can play Ball, you can play Haz. I think Haz is going to be very much open up here. Malga, still very much playable if you want to go towards something like that. Even play like a Sigma, and I would still quite like that, honestly. You've got all the options in the world here, in my opinion. Just got to actually finish things out. Okay, in terms of these teams, let's see how successful they've been so far. Here we go. So Dreamlight are, as we kind of saw a smidge earlier, 4-4. Losses against Quick, which is fair. GT3, which is fair. Wasp No, which is fair, and Victims, which I think is a bit of a mistake if you ask me. I think Victims are probably one of the weaker teams here. Like Brightside is good, Poro is good, but I don't think it's a nuts roster by any means. So Dreamlight are, like I mentioned, somewhat inconsistent. I907 have just finished their CGL mid-season tournament where they managed to finish first place with wins over like Golden Pants, Elena Clissy. They were doing super well. So far, they're 6-2. Losses are to TA and Incendia. Like, fair enough. You really can't hate, can you? Those are both some really fucking nuts teams. Harry, Overwatch, thanks so much for the follow. Should be going in momentarily. I need to sort my sides. But, no, on paper, this is definitely 097 who's favoured. They've got a better record. They won the previous game. I mean, it's hard to pred against them. Right? It's hard to come up with a really strong argument about why it might be going back the other way. if it is going to be competitive, I feel like it has to be like mechanical. I think Scrain can match Turbo Smooth pretty effectively. I think Tomex as well is very strong with the picks. I do think that 0907 have the lead on flexibility. I think mechanics could be a bit different. So we'll have to wait and see, of course. The lobby's almost ready. We're waiting on just 2 players to join, and then we're going into it. Should I name and shame? It'll be Scrain and Tomex. Tomex has just joined. So now we're just waiting on Scrain. Hurry up, my man. I didn't spend the entirety of your OWCS run glazing you just so you could show up late. It's really a late game as well. Like, come on, guys.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Initiating match.
Okay, here we go. I love hay fever. This it's just crazy. Okay. Night market start. He's gonna say, or maybe we would expect less Malgate here, but both teams want to opt towards it pretty much instantly. Turbo Smooth wants to go for the sim, can stick in it permanently if he so wishes. He's got that in his hero pool. The Farah is going to be easier, definitely for Scrain. Much more his speed. So, both teams on a full mirror right now. This comp is not going to be fantastic at side space. This kind of mega room that you're going to see just towards the bottom left of your screen here is not really played too much. Both of you swap over to the Farah. Okay, so Farahs are probably going to work their way towards cliffside. Or kind of float roads towards the middle of the map, seeing where people decide to walk. If you can make it safely to guard them first, it's a strong position to be. But you have to actually make the bloody risk. You have to make the rotation first. And so far, just getting slammed by rockets on both sides of the equation. Turbo Smooth a smidge further ahead of his counterpart. As Central is forced to cardiac and still down low, getting that full pocket from Tomex, who's already passed halfway on that orbital ray. Let's see what else he can find. Tomex, double rocketed Turbo Smooth, just dismantles. Some great shots coming through, but Magin has been traded in the interim. With no Juno, though, the same could happen to Central Japan at any moment. So he's got to do his best to care. Turbo Smooth into the wall and into Tartarus as Scrain takes care of his opposite number. Flip coming back the other way now. You could touch if you wanted, but it would be bold, and so they're going to let it be. Okay, lovely first start here for Dreamlight. Working out well for them. Okay, Central is poked out. Will forced to run all the way back to Cart. And that means they abandon Rod and D-Cruise on that side space that we were talking about earlier. Easy 3v5 here. And this one's all over, but they're crying already. Oh, 907. Just walk straight back in. Dreamlight get evaporated. And easy as pie there. 28% for Dreamlight. The CGL mid-season champions. Kind of pickle chilling. Okay. Ult economy going to be incredibly important here. Ult rotation, we've seen it 1,000 times before. We're coming up to our third Overwatch LAN, where we're going to have Malgameta. I think we guys, we're all learning exactly how this is going to work out. Cage comes through, Orbital Ray makes it tricky to capitalize off the back of it. Imagine, goes 1-4 on the ult trade. Doki dies! A huge mistake. He had the Orbital Ray, and that's all the healing in the world as well. That's why Turbo Smooth is right up next to fall. Scrain. Lovely rockets from him once again as we flip back the other way. Just seesawing up both these two teams early on, jockeying for some sort of advantage that neither of them seem to be able to take. But remember, also advantage. What economy was what I was talking about earlier. And it's still pretty even for both these two sides. Dreamlight have the advantage of being able to go for a cage barrage. He misses the cage. The barrage breaks it anyway. And now Dreamlight have the free reign. Not anymore. D-Cruise just removes the head of Condi. Oh, 907. Surely no chance here. They want to try it. Rally out for Rod, FD, and Jonowitch both. But Rod's full HP. Rod's the one who's full swinging. And Rod's the one looking to take care of Jonowitch, who does go down. Lovely work there from Dreamlight. The miss cage made it really bloody awkward, but they're able to stabilize now. 70% left to go. Close to 1-5 territory. They have both DPS ults, but the orbital ray is going to be an issue. I guess your only real game plan can be hope that Scrain can punish a Ray walk with a barrage, but that is going to be risky, especially with the lack of defensive utility he can realistically ask for, right? There's no bubble, there's no defense matrix. OC, ripped. Imagine dead to the barrage. I mean, it's just a 1-2 punch there. Both DPS just dismantle. Looks for more. Don't even need to find it as Turbo Smooth, the only remembering member. Dreamlight. 100 to 36%. It's back and forth in the opening couple of fights, but they're able to stabilize towards the end. They're able to take it towards the end, and now. So it says FACEIT expert on my stream. That's not very clever of me. Thanks, Sal, for pointing that out. I'll change that in a second. Oh, yeah, you're right. You are right. There we go. It's fixed now. You had a game today as well, Sour? Or nah? Hey, Solly. How's it going? You missed Lil Ducks taking quit to map 5. I heard about it. I'll DM you. Okay, okay. No, I heard about Lil Ducks going to map 5, but I didn't watch it myself. I need to take that one. I need to see that one myself. Poking, back and forth. Waiting to see what we can find. Oh, 2 rockets already on to D-Cruise means that Condi has the furious follow-up of his life. Rod, easy whip, making it simply a sojournless world. Jace would love it. Central goes to the walk with that speed ring. Both sides exchange the cardiac. But Magic's one with a smidgen less help. He'll be forced to back up. The overrun tries to find the stun, but it won't. The boot, not actually able to find elimination. Magin, oh, he's still so low. He's still able to stall it out. Not anymore. The whip shot is strong. Turbo Smooth. Can he get anything? It doesn't seem like it. Scrain able to find Turbo Smooth, and 907 able to find first cap. Only that 16% is all they're gonna get, and so Dreamlight in control now easily here. Ah, I see. Choke control is pretty brutal here. You basically can't go for the bridge walk into a comp like a Farah Brig. They're going to try it anyway, but this is risky. This is the freest. I was going to say boot, but the barrage gets the job done as well. Jonowich taken down. OC is good for the double. And Condi as well survives by the looks of things. You really can't chase this if you're D-Cruise. A relatively expensive fight. You use the OC and the barrage, but you trade it for the Ray, right? You'll still just take that every damn day of the week. Okay, Imagine just walks and gets obliterated. Turbo Smooth barrage from the heavens and is good enough to take care of Rod FD. But he does sacrifice a lot of health and a lot of uptime for it. Exactly, there's the trade. That's the practical upshot of going for the space laser. The Ray allows the walk, but doesn't find much more than that. The cage is still online. Tomek's AD strafing desperately to avoid the railgun and will succeed. Scrain actually gets the kill with the concussion mine. The cage, has he caught anyone at all? I mean, there's no debate here. If you're at least Central Lap and Scrain finds 2 easy doubles from outside of the cage, and here flip back the other way. Last fight territory for a 907. They won't have a singular check mark, but the same could be said of their opposition. What do you do now if you're a 907? What's your fight plan? You know that the opponent's probably closer to OC than you'd like, probably closer to Barrage than you'd like. You don't know how close. You know that time's not really on your side in more ways than one, but you need to wait for a DPS pick really to get something opened up. You managed to cheat your Farah over to Dojo, or your Malga, sorry. But an OC from main costs Imagine his life. It forces everybody on this bridge back. The only touch is a Farah. But can there be more than that? Condi softened up, but even though Turbo Smooth has gone down on both the server and his internet, it won't matter, right? We've just got some extra pause time while we wait for the Silly Sword to come back in. Because this is kind of a foregone conclusion, right? This is absolutely Dreamlight's map to win here. Blue Pools, he's cooking with that one, honestly. All we can do is wait. Burn time. Okay, 15 seconds left to go. I hope we get all this sorted out soon. Because, would like to see what happens here. Wait, did it work lose a game? I need to... Oh, Turbo Smooth is back. Okay, we're safe. We're safe. We're safe. Chilling. There we go. That was a great pause, guys. That was fascinating. We really had to wait in all that time only for 097 to just not touch cart. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And Dreamlight already getting a reversal of their fortunes on that previous series. Just to refresh everyone's memory. This was Lee Jung-Tao going 2-0 in favor of 097. So evidently Dreamlight's been able to improve. Been able to get a smidge more. Next map is Suravasa. We've got Malga Torb up next. Let's get these bands through real quick. Here we go. Malga and Torbjorn. There we go. Oh, FACEIT Masters ban system, of course. So every ban we see, it's the only time we're going to be seeing it come through. Rather, Malga and Tor ban. I mean, I know Ram was banned map 1. Do you play the Ram here? Or is it going to be moving towards the Hazard? I feel like those are the two main choices. I think anything else is just a bit risky. I have to see in a second what they actually want to go towards. Because it seems like we are waiting for a second to actually get in. After we obviously saw the small DC. The minor tech issue. Okay, let's see what the stats are like as well. So Turbo Smooth his stats reset, so we can't see anything from him. It says he's got 0 limbs, 0 deaths. But Condi's 9-5, Jonowitch is 5-5, Imagine 7-7, Doki's 5-7. It's not fantastic. Whereas on the other side of things, Grain, for example, 26-1. I don't know. I feel like this guy really might be a strong player. Sorry. I feel like he could be something really special if he just keeps working. But you just have to keep working for it. My sides need to be swapped. As you see, Suravasa up next. There we go.
Ready for battle.
Okay. So we were talking about what the bands could maybe mean, what they're playing. If whether Haz was a possibility. Nah. We could ram. We're gonna ooga booga run each other, guys. It's gonna be great. Especially because I feel like into the ram, your best counter is going Malga, but Malga's banned. So I was about to say for a second that this sim could actually be real just to help you frontline trade basically Palmer. But we're not seeing it just yet. Okay, very aggressive shields from both these two Rams, basically touching each other. Better slow for Majin, but Grease is for a smidge too long and loses a lot of HP for it. Condi tries to find the angle so far, but is warded off by Scrain, has to watch his footwork. Rod is going to eat that rail to the chest. Condi flubs his slide a smidge, but will be able to stay alive at least for now, as Scrain begins working his way towards the backline, moving in tandem with Central Apan. Oh, surely this is a dead Juno. Flubs his dash, but converts it all the same. Gets the damage and the health back onto Condi. That's fantastic work from Scrain. He's optimizing every inch of this Genji play. And now, with Turbo Smooth just on a sliver of HP, Scrain is going to finish his dominance. Surely with an elimination onto Majin. The backline has swung, keeping him alive for longer than you'd maybe want for Dreamlight. But you've got the point percentage, and even though he's ram-bugged, he can still deal some damage. Dude, I can't take this seriously. Rambug looks so goofy. Look at that guy. Just like waddling through the walls. It's unreal. Unreasonable, even. Look at that. Look at that! What am I looking at? What am I watching? Oh, okay, he's popped a form. He's out of Rambug. We're safe here, guys. Good lord. Central, low HP, gets the full pocket, but that might not be enough in today's day and age. Got a shield as well. The Ray now popped. If he can get into it, then the extra 85 HPS might be enough. But you have to burn down Majin and mirror out the Ray. The blade goes down, essentially Ajax from Scrain. And it seems like 0907 have done enough here. They have been able to flip it back. Just took an Annihilation Orbital Ray fight. Nice and economical of them. Dreamlight will walk back in, and I gotta say, I do think they have the advantage when it comes to the check marks. It's just the difference of the Annihilate versus the Dragon Blade. You'll take the Annihilation basically every damn day of the week, right? Blade's nice and all, but it just doesn't have that same oomph factor, I suppose. OC's mirrored out. Turbo Smooth, the first person to catch a stray shot. See if he's gonna be the last as well. D-Cruz goes for a bold peek. Condi's softened up as well. But ultimately the deadlock is maintained. Rally, Annihilate, counter rally, Majin dead. Blade is pulled in a 3 versus 5. Turbo Smooth must know something I don't. And that's how to kill 2 apparently. Is there more to be found? No, the resheath cost him. Not the end of the world here, but at the end of the day, it's nice if you can get all those kills. But it's just nice for a highlight montage, realistically. It's a bit weird there, but Dreamlight are able to take market. Really not sure about that blade there from, it was, yeah, from Turbo Smooth. Yeah, I guess you go Tracer. And Tracer's not bad. He got good 1v1s into Atomics especially. And DU Cruise as well. But you will find that the Pulse Pistols do very little into the armor. And you'll find that the Bring Mark is going to be really, really annoying, as well as the one-taps. That time, manages to get the better of the Brigitte, of course, with Rod FD going down. And D-Cruise as well, eliminated. I mean, I Maloned it, but as soon as Turbo Smooth goes over to the Tracer, things work out in his favor pretty nicely. A 3-piece from him. And looking for more. We'll be forced to back out, of course. It turns out that the Arrayed Force of Dreamlights are too much to him to overpower, at least on his own. Majin goes for the walk down the behind, tries to flank him and takes care of D-Cruz. Great work on that walk, but more so needs to be found. They go towards the high ground, trying to clear out as much map as they can. Basically trying to map flip, trying to force 0907 to play from an offensive position. The Ray just isn't in position to catch Majin, so he goes down on his lonesome. Tomix mirrors, and with the tank advantage, that should be more than enough. See if we can see some more heroics from Turbo Smooth in the back line. Not to be. Scrain takes care of him with a quick right click, and they look to chase the exit frags here. That's it. Fair enough. Let's find back the other way. The Dreamlight stabilizing back now. In terms of the check marks, it's basically full mirrored. Only difference is the Blade versus the Pulse one. Well, I know which one I'd rather have. OC finds relatively little. Central Lapland just softened up. Decruz pops his in this really chaotic fight in this small room. Scrane's blade is good. Tomex, I mean, not much chance in there. Decruz, oh, lovely railgun onto his counterpart. And even though Tomex for now, or Turbosmith, sorry, for now survives, I mean, he has to, right? If he doesn't, he can't touch.
Good to see you.
If he can't touch, then Dreamlight go up 2-0 in this series. I would like to again remind the viewers at home, this game was 3-1 to a 9-7 when they played yesterday. Something's different in the water now, I assume. Got the rally here should they need it. Tomex is dead, which makes this rally all the more pivotal. Rod can't trade out, but wills do anyway. Just a huge mistake from the background here of Dreamlight. Central gets his one, but decides to reset. And Decruz is going to have to do the same. Because if he staggered here, it would be absolutely brutal. There would be a recontest with no Sojin or no recontest at all. See how this goes as they walk up again. Pulse thrown out. Just going to catch onto the Rod FD shield. Screen on the Genji gets OT started as Rod is battered back. Imagine splitting the back line. And almost catching eliminations as well onto more. Oh, the slow's good for Tomex. Or Decruz, sorry. Doki is traded. Screen and Tomex sorry, live on a sliver of HP. Now Screen down to nothing at all. Still winnable. But hemorrhaging frags right now is Dreamlight on 907. Just a single frag maybe away from getting this back the other side. Tomex goes down and with Central Lapland shifted from the cart. It's 1-on-1 here. 907 trying to battle back here on Suravasa.
Flashpoint garden.
People looking for an opportunity. Decruz forced to unpeak for a second. First point presence here for an 0-7. Both ults can be mirrored out with Rays and Annihilations. Both. Whoever plays in them better probably find more value. So far, it's a tie, realistically. But we do need to see Central Lapland really force something more. Because imagine, just keeps walking towards the backline and is able to catch onto them beautifully. To find a smidge more value does the Ramattra of 9-7 first cap in their favor. I suppose it helps as well to have the rally to toss into all that fight so you can live a little bit longer. Rally comes through, or OC, sorry. I mean, forces a full kite. Imagine can't get around the corner. Goes down. Nothing left here for a 9-7. One has to imagine. No tank. And no chance either. Dreamlight kind of really fast flip back. Only took one attempt, realistically. 57%. Not so bad if they lose this and not have another touch. Not a fantastic one, but a touch nonetheless. A 9-7 with only an OC. Look to do the exact same thing that Dreamlight just did to them. It's hardly likely, though, I have to say. Oh, my. Condi, what an opening kill. Decruz just flattened. OC looks for more. Doesn't really find it. Plenty of dinks. Plenty of damage. But not the eliminations that you really want. Tomex has gone down. That's a lot of healing that Central Lapland is going to be sorely missing right now. And Jonowich's Rocket Flail is good enough for the cleanup. Very likely going 2-0 here, I gotta say, for 0907. And 2-0 in the series as well. Well, 1-1, sorry, in the series as well. Touch? No touch. Okay, fair enough. Bit of a lead here. Dreamlight have to battle back from behind. First time in the series they've had to do that. I suspect not the last. Central forced out, armor broken and taken down. A huge mistake. A huge catch. If the rest of Dreamlight can get to cut beforehand, get into a defensible position, they can maybe buy enough time for their helmsman to return. But, I mean, as if to punctuate my sentence, Toa's move takes care of Scrain. Imagine catches onto the rest of Dreamlight. And even though only D-Cruise will be found, that's his thirst as for now whetted. First cap in favor of 097 Suravasa. Just one flashpoint away from going towards 097, from bringing us to 1-1. It's a great necessary kill. Turbo Smooth just flattened. Right click into melee. Annihilate to force onto the backline. Tomex will be able to escape. Ray pop so you can walk with your own Annihilation and have a lead. That's going to be enough to take care of Majin. Rally, of course, active for John Witch, but it won't keep him alive much longer. One has to only assume. D-Cruise would love to swing a bit deeper because he knows how important these exit frags could be. Such a good headshot, but there's just enough rate of charge. Scrain as well has been consistently losing out these 1v1s towards Turbo Smooth. And so, oh, especially with a slow like that, then it might just be Dreamlight giving the flip right back over. See how much time they can burn. Not too much at all by the looks of things. As, okay, we do trade back and forth. Closer spawns for Dreamlight means it will favor them. Of course, the Juno will be back a smidge faster than the Sojourn by dint of the speed ring. The fly. Ray. A possibility. OC a definite. Trying to clear as much of this outside space as possible. And in that respect, will succeed. Doki, I mean, it stays in it too long. It's as simple as that goes down to it. Flubs his dash, does Scrain, but he's done enough, one has to hope. Turbo Smooth on the point, recall out, caught by the melee and the dash. No, he's surviving. Rod FD dies as well. That's closer than you'd really want if you're Dreamlight, but you do again have control. It's not the end of the world for you. You might just have to play for the retake. Rod will have the beat. Central up hand maybe can finish his Annihilation, but he'll be there far later than his counterpart. Tomex, you can't go down here. You have to live here. And the beat's just not in time. The Fists of Fury are at least good enough to take care of Condi. But on the other side of things, it's D-Cruise who's gone down. Annihilation's mirrored. Neither round finding much of a lead on each other. But Rod's attempt to get in on the action has only cost him his life. Central holds block. How much longer can he? Doesn't seem like too much at all. And that's going to be it by the looks of things. 097 able to bring us to 3-1 here. 1-1 in that series. And takes Suravasa back. Dreamlight looked like they had an early lead, but just couldn't keep it consistent, unfortunately. Just couldn't keep it going in their favor. So now side up. Not a result that I think I really expected, but one I'm all here for. Okay, let's see if I can get any of the stats here. And it's a much quieter game from D-Cruise especially. 17 and 10. Didn't have the kind of performance you'd really like. Scrain still strong. 23 and 7. And, Tomix, 13 deaths. The highest we've seen so far today, I want to say. Just getting caught up more than you really like on that Juno. I think just not really his hero of choice. Game number 3, going to be Esperanza. Bans are going to be Farah and Ana. So you have to play Winston with a Kiri if you want to play Winston at all. I kind of expect to see more Malga, realistically. So bans, there we go. There we go. Lobby is being invited. We should be going in 1-2 seconds. Just waiting on Tomex and Rod FD. Come on, Tomex, you're the richest man in Estonia. You can afford good internet. Log in, bro. It's Tomex. It's actually the Estonian Wi-Fi. It's crazy. Okay, he's not even joining the lobby anymore. He's just banished. Ah, there we go. See if my sides are correct. They never are. So I'm assuming they're not.
Initiating match.
They are not. Let's swap those. Very beautifully. Little better rest for you. Okay. Fara stops a lot of the traditional just outpoke the brawl kind of setup that we're seeing. That you see quite a lot of the time on a map like Esperanza. Where if you go like Malgo, just sit on cart until somebody dies. So, and the Anaban, like I mentioned, just kind of makes Monkey a little bit harder. Winston, it's not Winston. Malga mirrored both sides of the equation. In fact, the full comp is mirrored. Remember, we saw a bit of a stinker from Tomex on that previous map. Hopefully he doesn't duplicate it here, else Dreamlight may well be repeating their previous woeful loss. And of course, they'd love to make it into a W. They had a strong start, just got to continue that momentum through. Be curious to see if a team wants to take the wide angle, or is whether it will just be a full brawl over the robot. They see the mirror comp, and elect to take the brawl. That's a very bold wargame from Magic. He loses a lot of HP and his run to boot. Central Apan, I mean, look how much space he can take. Just walks forward. Feels perfectly confident to do so. And Magin is just constantly one-shot. A rail there from Decros could have cost him more. But he'll make do with just Turbo Smooth going down, and Central Apan the one to make him meet his maker. Easy there for Dreamlight. They seem so much more comfortable here. I guess whilst off the Ram, then it feels like it's straight back to winning ways for them. I guess Central's just not a Ram player. Fair enough to him. Okay, you go for the hard swing on the walk up because you want extra ult charge. A pick would be nice as well, but that's kind of D-Cruz's department. And I spoke it into existence. Fair enough. There's magic to kill him to Condi. The cart, the forward spawns will come through uncontested. Magin goes down as well in this biff and brawl outside. Turbo Smooth stunned up. Deflect cancelled. And D-Cruz, they're just spawn camping them. This is crazy bold. Normally you'd expect somebody to come clear them out relatively easy, but they're just too sticky for it. Okay. They're finally backed up, but they've already got 80 meters off of essentially one fight win. Central has caged nobody at all. It's not ideal. I guess it burns time, but I feel like you'd rather get enemies inside of your ultimate. Ray pops, not perfect placing. Oh, Tomex he ults just the wrong time. They're already down both their DPS. There's nobody to actually eliminate here. There's nobody to deal the damage. And a railgun as well is going to make his life short. Bit of a big fight there for Dreamlight. But if you are on 907, you absolutely take it. A financial gift for them. One they're looking to snowball into getting something close to their own lead. Dreamlight should be able to fight them at about the bridge. They just have to wait for Central Apan to come back. I didn't realize how late he died, actually. He'll be a while. Caught a different wave, I think, to everybody else. But they'll be able to fight on similar-ish sidelines. Cage comes through. Another zero-player cage, if I'm not much mistaken. Counter pins may well cost Central his life, and the rally and the blade that we're seeing invested by Dreamlight could be for naught. The Dragon Blade, oh, one out by Scrain in a fencing duel. But John Witch's flail is more than enough to keep the trades equal. Okay, nice dash. Central lap band. Probably forced to back up or cage or something. He just stands in front of the ray. He just dies for it. Condi is the easiest 2k of his life. Fair enough. That's going to be the lead increase for, or the distance rather increase for 907, getting closer and closer to reaching Dreamlight's actual distance. Giant will be back relatively quickly. The spawns in this map are by no means far whatsoever.
This ends now.
OC from back. Condi goes for a later one. And Tomix is just dead. Cage. Has he caught anyone? No, it hasn't. I feel kind of tired of saying this at this point. It feels a little bit ridiculous. Another counter pin. Another dead central lap and D-Cruz gets his one. But I'd imagine that with Amalgam in his face, he doesn't have much more to say. It doesn't seem like it for whatever reason. He'll be able to escape at least, stay active. But this is a huge lead fumble from Dreamlight. A 97 just look like a plow, realistically. Just bulldozing through all their opposition. All their obstacles. Dash onto the tracer forces the recall. Can you get more? Okay, here's a cage. It proper traps people. Scrain does what he can. The rally really trying to catch what they can. Plenty of damage. Very few kills. Rob with a much later rally. See if it finds out more value. And it seems like it does. D-Cruz and Scrain combined for 3. And when all is said and done, Dreamlight back in control of the cart. They'll be able to take away these forward spawns. But they won't be able to threaten for the lead. That's going to take them another fight and a half even. We'll see. Turbo smooth. Poked out, at least for now. But they're going to be back in momentarily. OC puts pressure onto multiple. D-Cruz is down low and should be taken down. Turbo Smooth just ints in for the kill. But he's got that recall. He can do whatever the hell he wants. It's a huge mistake there from Dreamlight. And they're looking for successive fight wins, remember? Back and forth is just going to favor 0907, burning the time night lower and lower. It needs to be consecutive. OC for D-Cruz. Blade for Scrain. And a dead Docky means that this fight might just be over. There we go. Would have loved to do it a smidge more economically, but 2 for 1, you'll take that. See if the chase can come through to Turbo Smooth. I'd imagine he's safe, relatively speaking. Seems like it. Scrain is going to cancel the continuation of the push, at least for now. See what this pulse has to say. Raw dead. Great work there from Turbo Smooth. On this tracer has been absolutely lights out, I've got to say. Big slam though. Dreamlight, even without their break, just use the orbital rate to power through. They lose Central as well. But Turbo Smooth has been good. Not really 1v5 good. So Dreamlight back to increasing their distance. The lead just a singular fight away. There will be a touch if 0907 will it. And Dreamlight don't have any ults as well. They need to finish off this rally. So all they can do is force the cart as far as they can. Wait for their respawns to come through. Oh, and they lose D-Cruz. You need to be living there, man. It's as simple as that. Dreamlight, if they want to win this fight, they need a trade and then a stable. The Cade is going to make both that pretty tricky. As Central loses all of his HP, Scrain goes down to a Disruptor shot. And again, back and forth fights. This time at least the lead is shrank to about 10 meters. But you're getting down to this kind of sub 2 minute mark, right? If I'm on a 9 or 7, I've got to be thinking my opponents are going to run out of time soon. So all we're going to do is waste it. Waste time. Waste ultimates. Put it into one fight territory as comfortably as you can. Because that's the easiest way to eke out a victory.
This ends now.
OC versus the Orbit. So far, neither posting in a limb just yet. And there's been more than a couple opportunities here for D-Cruz. Just not having the best series. This map especially feels like Condi just able to obliterate. The Blade from Scrain gets its one. No more than that. The Stomp softens him up, but he'll be able to keep his wits about him. Backs off from the 1v1 at least with Turbo Smooth. And Dreamlight. Okay, they found themselves a stay of execution. That kill, that elimination onto Doki though could have just excavated Masses. The trade onto Rod makes it weird, but that's all it's going to be. Jonowich dies later. You can probably take care of Condi even later than that. How is Scrain dead? That's slightly disgusting. Just slides through and one taps. But we'll see what Dreamlight can do. They need 1 or 2 fights. I think 2 fights. Cage mirrored out. Neither can escape. Centrals goes down. The slam onto the backline is going to create plenty of angles onto Majin. And Central just will run slightly out of it. The space advantage is sufficient in favor of 0907. The pulse is good. Central's dead. The raid needs to be fantastic. And so far, it just isn't. Rod's going down as well. 0907. Tested on this map somewhat, but Dreamlight just not able to get it over the line. And as if in some sort of repeat of history, we're now at 2-1 up. And 97 just a map away from doing the exact same thing, just on different maps as their previous matchup against Dreamlight. And this time, I gotta say, I feel like it really was Turbo Smooth's Tracer that was just running rings around them. Okay, let's get that updated on the score. See what the next map is. That's going to be... Oh, you can see my ugly mug for an extra second. Diva and Torbjorn are the bans. Next map, Route 66. Those bans do make a lot of sense, I gotta say. Diva, Torb, just super pokey. Keeping that range restricted. Fair enough. Fair enough. All that I want is just a little bit of... Okay, let's get those in then. There we go. Let's see where we are on lobby. We're going to wait a second here. Statistically, see if my gut feeling is true. Turbo Smooth 23-5 on that Tracer. Just some annoying gnats. Best KD in the lobby. D-Cruz did his best. It's just I feel it's a very unfortunate first deaths came through. I think if we can tame those a smidge, then be in a much better spot. Doing good damage, good eliminations, just not able to live always. Okay, we should be going in momentarily. Doki hasn't been one to take ages to join. There we go. That's us heading in. Route 66 up next.
Initiating match.
Okay. With Diva with Torb out, then I'm assuming you kind of have to go like Monkey or Sig. Oh no, they want to go Haz. Fair enough. Haz is... Other than I've heard Haz described to me is if you have people who can't play Monkey. But he is also much easier when there's no Torb being even a possibility. No Diva as well. I mean, those are his worst matchups. The Scrorb. I really hate that phrase. Let's ban the phrase Scrorb, please. I beg. Turret 1v9s. Unreal. See? Docky's right. Scrorb sounds disgusting. He's cooking. Okay, I-97, they win this, and they take the win 3-1. Dreamlight could force us to a map number 5, however, here, with their attack. Only difference going to be Rod on the Lucio, Jonovich on the Brig. I think Rod's just more comfortable on the Lucio. I think that's pretty it. Turbo Smooth on the Tracer, Square on the Genji as well. Again, it's just comfort picks, I think, rather than anything compositional. Changes how the comps work, of course. Dreamlight can brawl harder, generally. I-97, much better in that poke phase. So, Imagine probably wants to be looking to go about now. Good wall. Exchanged. But losing the HP trade, as I mentioned, you're just going to lose the poke here. Boots up high ground. He just has no chance to play the video game. Good wall to split. Maybe I'll cost somebody their life. As Central Apan does pressure the high. Doesn't have a chance to actually kill anybody. Doesn't seem like it. And a railgun connecting from Condi does mean that Turbo Smooth will be there to follow things out. Dreamlight, I think, taking their sweet time there and getting punished for it. What have we got for us then? What have you got for us, Dreamlight? Imagine, he's in too deep. 100 HP, now 50. Has to do his best to stay alive. Backs up as fast as he can. The beat allows Dreamlight to chase yet faster. Of course, Jockey won't have that same ability. And with Jonovich going down, then it seems like that's just it for Onanas Heaven's first point defense. They've given over so much free push as well. Imagine should go down to this decrease. Chase! Oh my lord, he's low. That has to be like 6 HP. 6 HP on the dot! Damn, I'm clever. But no, Onanas 7, because Imagine survives on that absolute hair. Then we reckon Dreamlight will be in a pretty good spot to convert this. They got the Ray active, the downpour as well onto Imagine, forces him low. The rally's going to keep him alive at least for now, but the OC combined with the orbital Ray damage. I mean, that's too much for Doki to bear. Top Max does die, so does Rod. The lack of healers for Dreamlight makes this worrying. D-Cruz gets his one from Carp, but what more can you really do? It doesn't seem like much as there's a Haz in your head, and the spike block will be enough to take care of it. Great stabilization there. From Onano 7. Minute before they complete this full hold. Okay, they are pretty skinned for it though. Dreamlight can just rip both DPS ults and probably just win. I know they are only DPS ults, but, you know, flip side of things, right? What do you do against them? Because I don't think it's much. OC active. Damage onto Imagine, who's forced to block. And has lost all his armor already, and has now also lost his life. With Rod traded for Doki, there should be enough for a cap. Unless Turbo Smooth does something truly diabolical for us, misses the stick. You do have traded Condi for Tomex. Turbo Smooth is out at least for now. Stable enough as far as traces on cards go. Jonovich is dead, which isn't ideal for an 7, I admit. Imagine blocks taken care of by the dash screen. Looks some more, can't find it. That's going to be it. Dreamlight get the extension on that time back, but it does take them more time than they would wish. See if the second point is going to be any stronger for them. I feel like on paper it won't be. I do think it still fits Onanas 7's comp a smidge better.
I am escorting the payload. Hey.
Good slow onto Conde. Eats a lot of damage for it. Rail onto central left hand is going to remove his armor. But the blade from the Scrain is going to remove Jonovich and Condi both. See if there's more for him. A player like Scrain is going to want more. Question, I suppose, is just whether he can find it. So far, Imagine taken care of by his contemporary. And a railgun into the back of Turbo Smooth is going to achieve that same purpose. Poke through the choke, a slow and a wall, and a downpour. It's going to make absolutely certain Imagine's not allowed his turn. He'll be able to survive, at least for now, but that's all you can say about his Overwatch play right now. Ray out, beat will keep central up unstable. Oh, Rod gets caught in the downpour, man. He didn't have to do that. Oh, that's goofy as hell. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, what more have you got? Not much. Dreamlight get cleaned up. 48 seconds left to go. Somebody's going to get onto the objective. That, not a worry for them. The orbital ray should mean that if they actually get into a fight, they'll be more than okay. But as well, really, I was going to say a pulse pick could be threatening, but Turbo Smooth tries it, doesn't connect it. As long as you get there, walking through the OC angles, you're probably going to be safe. It's as simple as that. OC popped. Plenty of pairs of Dreamlight low. Dreamlight decrews already dead. Ray popped. Turbo Smooth traded. Your 4v4 with the orbital ray still online. Have to force an HP trade that's positive. Condi! I mean, the Heat Seeker just chased him no matter how fast he slides. Good damage from Tomex. Good healing as well, of course. And I would imagine, off the back of the Ray, that it's Dreamlight who reached third point first. 10 max as low as could be, making it overtime, but they made it in the end. That's what really matters. Okay. Dreamlight. Oh, Imagine is in an awkward spot. The blade from Scrain. What's it got for us? Tries to chase into the back line. Oh, almost gets rooted, but not to be. Imagine's all not Ajax, but finds little value. Trade for Tomex at least. Turbo Smooth in an awkward spot with Scrain. Will be forced to keep up giving up space until he's stable. Ray popped. Goes back up. Is all a Dreamlight. The rally to ensure their disengage is safe and gets the job done. Downpour from central left hand could be brutal here, but they want to go for the OC first. Trying to get the catch onto Imagine and achieves plenty. But have you achieved enough is the real question. You've got him down to more than half HP. The block is good, but it's not good enough to keep him alive. Same could be said of central left hand though, so you've just traded your hazards and the closest spawns in favor of 097 should mean that they find the stop. Ooh, we know where the buck's stopping then for 097. Just gonna get the cart through 2.5 points of the map. That being said though, that's a very competent attack in its own right. And it's more than possible that we will see a stop come through before they actually complete. That we do see the series taken to map number 5.
Ready for battle.
Okay. See how this is going to go. Remember, to go for map number 5, Dreamlight just need to stop the cart before 54 meters to third point. That's round the first corner and change.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
7. Full completion, of course, needed. Good slash onto Scrain. Will be allowed to survive, at least for now. Deflect forced, gets him some packs, and he'll be able to back up. Of course, you'll note that Rod and John both on the rig now. No more Lucio shenanigans. It's been a little while, but I just thought I'd point it out now. Okay, well, Rod is no longer any hero because he's dead. A bit unfortunate. Not what you'd really want if you're Dreamlight. And, 0907. A fantastic start to their own egress. Nobody going down. They can keep 2 on cart is what I would probably do, and then double gem high grounds. Maybe even triple gem high. 3 on cart, double high is probably how I would set this up. There's the 3 on cart. Turbo smooth. Flanks. But just wants to annoy rather than assassinate. Finds a 1v1 onto Tomix anyway, who gives over his back. But he'll be able to survive, at least for now. The threat of the Tracer in their backline surely has to force them forward. And then again, that's the carrot and the stick. The carrot being the cart. And the stick, well, I was going to say it was turbo smooth, but D-Cruz just beats him with one of his own. Great railguns coming through from the Sojourn of Dreamlight. The main thing keeping them in it, realistically. 2 ridiculous picks coming through. See if these shurikens are sharp, but not enough. Good blink melee. Can you get the elimination? That's the question. Scrain able to back off. That mag is crazy, but he misses the blink melee. He misses the pulse bomb. Turbo Smooth could have had a double kill in his hands there, but instead we trade 1 for 1. Imagine for Tomix. I mean, you'll take that considering Tomix was 13% away from the Ray, but the headshots from D-Cruiser again just, I mean, back-breaking. The caps come through in all the action though. And so on 7, 4 minutes on that time bank, smidge higher than what Dreamlight had, are able to get through onto the second phase of the map. Okay. We'd love to see another Scrain Hero moment. Been quieter from him here. And maybe we'll be quiet again. And he's dropped down to just 69 points of HP. Pretty free played if you want to commit towards it. Especially with the Tracer and Hazard so far in the backline. Oh, I was going to say, yeah. Blade the OC. Just remove Condi from the equation entirely. And see if Doki can go down with you to boot. The whip shot's going to stop that from being a problem. And the OC remains of the railgun at least is going to take care of Doki. Okay, seems like a stop here. Rod was in a bit of a weird spot, but they get it all done. They get it all sorted. And 907. 3 minutes now to figure out how to crack this third point. Very little progress for them to work with. Or at least not enough to get to second point in just 1 fight. Oh, recall force early. Great work from Scrain. It's going to make this defense a hell of a lot harder. Or the offense a hell of a lot harder, sorry, for 907. Turbo just forcing cart, all he can really do. Dodges it, but barely. The dash comes through onto him anyway. Again, recall's forced out. He's just having to use these things to stay alive rather than to go for any risky business. It's really what you'd like. Imagine, just flattened. Stick onto Roddy's shield will catch nothing more than 250 points and change worth of damage. Railgun onto Tomix just knocks him on his back. And this Tracer, you're just staggering yourself here, mate. I should know because I've been there before. Scrane's the one to find that final elimination. Magin's walking up just as their Tracer dies. They're staggering here. But with Decrease going down, maybe it's not so much of a problem. Magin catches the timing. He's got the downpour as well. Some extra cart progress. They managed to make it realistically one fight territory. As long as they go now, the pressure on to Rod is immense. And he'll be crushed by it. Jonowich takes down his brother-in-arms and main support. And if you're Dreamlight, I mean, you don't really have a chance to contest for most of this third point. The choke's walled, the cap's through, 2.5 minutes for about one fight, and 097 could win out this series overall. Good wall. They back him up. Screen goes down to Turbo Smooth. It's not the way you wanted to start things out if you're Dreamlight. Downpour, it's good damage onto Magin. Probably won't find more than that. Decreases OC is good damage. Magin turns his back to the principal source of the threat. And so they've managed to finding some extra time. Okay, that's a weird early setup there. Very easy to mark if you are Scrane. I think Turbo Smooth just taking some liberties here. Could break the backline. That's a real possibility. Ray for Jonowich. And there's no point even investing more than that. It gets kind of weird when Rod goes down to the poles. But with Magin also flattens, then you can and should hold if you're Dreamlight. The kill to Stomachs, it's nice. But on 907, you know you have closer spawns. Just back up and play them. Because even though Tomics will be back relatively fast as well, you need every single advantage you can get at a time like this. D-Cruise. 5 meters left to go. Maybe 2 attempts. No catches, I believe, from the downpour. Rally. Oh, Doki! High in the sky. Free as a bird for that railgun to pluck out. Just bloody skeet shooting for D-Cruise. 80% away from the Ray, man. You can't be dying in a spot like that. Magin goes down as well. Makes it so much harder. 097 will have a touch relatively comfortably. Might take Turbo Smooth to get it, but they'll have a touch. They'll have a Ray as well. Into the rally, probably lead, but the fact they have so little time means they have to walk up a lot earlier than they realistically want. And this little time as well incentivizes a slower fight, so you get all the time that you get. Early pressure from the tank line is just constricting. Central Appan gets his one. Decrease for Condi, you'll take that. Ray pops. Rally as well. Damage coming through from all members of 097, but no eliminations found just yet. Nobody under enough pressure that you could really want. Can you slip the cart through? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe a pick onto Rod is the way in. The downpour could be enough. There's the root. There's the kill. Into the OT now. We'll see if Magin can last much longer on the cart. It doesn't seem like it. Turbo Smooth has to run towards the objective even. But no. Dreamlight have done enough. Jonowich, the final member to fall as we go all the way towards a map number 5. Holy shit, it just keeps on coming. Oh, this is going to take a while. I need more water. Ugh. Yeah, Decrease had a bit of a heat to that. 36 elims. It's just crazy. Turbo Smooth as well. 34 and 5. There's not enough. 12 deaths from Jonowich. 13 from Magin. I think those are the big issues for him. Just waiting on final bans, and then we should be able to head in. Most teams, of course, by map number 5 have exhausted most of their good bans. Whew. It's gonna rest my voice a bit here almost. Should be about a minute or so before the lineup's finalized. Do you have any subs to actually make? That's gonna be my question. Oh, ZCX Overwatch, thanks so much for the follow. I mean, you could put Sonder in if you wanted for Dreamlight. I don't see much reason for it, considering the heater that Decrease is on. For Anana7, I don't believe they have any subs. Shuyuji, I don't think it's a sub, but I could be wrong with that. Oh, already closer. Than the previous game. 3-1, remember? But it was a close one on paper. This time, I mean, they want to try and find a victory as well. Okay, we've got Samar, map number 5. Tracer and Brig. No subs being made. There's the Tracer. There's the Brig. There's the score update. Now we're just waiting on an invite. We should be in I'd hope about a minute. So hold on to your hats, because this one could be... Could be a hot one. Oh, by the way, if anyone's still watching, make sure you retweet Senna's LFT, because I want to see a team with her on. She just shoots too crazy. That's just crazy. Actually, fucking nuts. Okay, there's the lobby invite. Just waiting on everyone joining up before we go in for the final time. We're just waiting on Central Apan. And then we'll have the action. Here you go. Now you can judge them with me. Tracer and break bands for this map are interesting, because I would assume it would be the break band coming through first, and then the Tracer band to stop it being so easy to capitalize. Because normally, if you have to play like a Lucio Juno backline, that's super punishable. If you had to play like Kiri Lucio, it's not super punishable, but it's still not all that, right? So if you want to actually try and take care of the backline, you can send like a Genji, but it just don't hit the same, right? It doesn't have that same like doggedness that a Tracer can. It's too cyclical. Dude, the Overwatch water is so pretty. You're underneath it? Or does it break the observer? I want to know. Oh, what's up, Crab? How's that, bro? It's Pickle chilling, realistically. Okay, comps-wise, what are we seeing? Has v Ram. I think it's just both teams are most confident. Imagine's a Ram Queen player, as memory serves. Dreamlights and Central Japan specifically really just do like that hazard. I mean, fair enough. Both is pretty playable. Scrain will go for a TP and swap. Turbo Smooth, I imagine, will do the same. Oh no, just Genji last second. No TP for him. Dreamlight will have better timing, just guaranteed here. Especially considering how their comps are smidge faster with the Haz compared to the Ram. You have to avoid taking the hard brawl if you are Dreamlight. Other than that, your comp should basically just win. You win poke. You have better dive cycles. Condi slides into a wall and almost costs him his life. In fact, it will, as Central Japan just runs through main and kills. Go pretty low for it, and oh, that's disgusting. Scrain just runs in and diffs Turbo Smooth. Huge value there from the Genji. Okay, come on, we can't glaze you and then have you miss every single shuriken, but Dreamlight will survive on a prayer. Nice, easy damage onto Majin, who's not much longer for this world. Perfect onto Condi, who's taken care of by the deflect, and Scrain finishing this series as hot as he started. That's a bit ridiculous, I can't even lie. Dreamlight, what have you got for us? A very passive setup, I gotta say. They're giving their opponents a lot of space here to avoid taking any sort of brawl fight. Somewhat risky, if you can't harass the walk well enough. You're giving them a lot of point presence. Sentry can block temporarily. But eventually he's gonna get poked out. Eventually he's gonna out. And you need a kill to come through before that happens. There's one. John Witch dead. Central Japan, though, for it is simply not worth. Scrain's blade to make it into a 2v1 is not so bad now anymore. A second slash onto Turbo Smooth would have been lovely, but Decruise's rail gets the same job done. And Scrain is like a heat-seeking missile going towards the backline. Doki will force him to back off momentarily. But it's very much Dreamlight who have the advantage in this fight. Not over just yet. Scrain looks to make it so, though, as he kills John Witch and Doki as well. He's just non-stop. There's no off button with this guy. Condi. Oh my god, that's just filthy. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. Nobody on 907 is firing nearly as hot as Scrain, who looks for the full 5. He won't be able to get it, but he knows he's done more than enough. Just a nuclear performance from the Genji of Dreamlight to keep them in contention. To keep them hanging with 907, one of the best teams in FACEIT Masters. To get their revenge. 907, closer to their own pressure cycle. The same could be said of Dreamlight. Last fight territory here for Dreamlight as well. They're looking to go for 1-0 early to force a response and then win the long fight. Rod going down here, not what you love. Scrain boot back, but Decruise trades it. Orbital Ray is something that 907 simply can't respond to. And so it should give them somewhat of a lead. An early dash onto the Juno Doki isn't going to do much more than strip off his remaining overhealth. Turbo Smooth doesn't find as much as he wanted from his blade, but he finds enough for a flip. Almost a deadlift performance from that Genji. I know, dude. I've been a Scrain glazer for like months now. I think I first watched him play OWCS qualifiers, and I was like, this kid might be something. And we're not halfway through FACEIT Masters now. He's still doing the exact same shit. At least on the Genji, he's just nuclear. His other heroes are like good, but his Genji is just out of this world. See what he can do now. Mirrored OCs on both sides of the equation. Imagine. I'm not in that mech for long. Scrain as well takes care of Condi. This one might be all over, but they're crying here. At least on beach. Nobody even left on a 907 to contest. They just got wiped out. Finally, a point where Scrain doesn't need to kill everybody. He still gets his one. Central Japan. A 3-piece, because why not? OC will get started, but a touch seems nigh on impossible. John Witch can't read it there in time.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
Okay, that is a lot of performance there from Screen. The thing about this map is you can kind of keep doing it. On downtown, it's kind of unfortunate. It's a little bit harder here. But if you went towards like a volcano, you can just keep on obliterating people. See how that's going to go as we move in for what could be the final time. 9-7 want to take us to round 3, map 5. Dreamlight looking to close it out as early as, well, they can at this point in proceedings, right? Which softened up by a half-charged rail. And even the threat of one from Condi is going to force the decrease slide out. Imagine. Tries to do what he can, stalling out point. And in that respect, we'll have a lead over Central Japan. Railgun onto Condi. He's going to keep him unpeaking for a little while. Gives a smidge of a lead to Decrease. Early pressure from Screen onto Imagine is going to pay off, and a bold dash from him is going to work out. Great opening. Jonovich as well, dead. Screen looks for the 1v1. He doesn't even have an HP advantage, but he just runs in to kill him anyway. There's so much confidence in this guy. Oh, he wants this so bad. And he's looking to get it. First cap in favor of Dreamlight. 0907 making a swap over to that D.Va instantly. They think this is their best way of finding something of a lead. And it might be, to be fair. It also very much might not be. Okay. Screen again, it's the Genji diff. He just won't stop. Turbo Smooth is just dead, and that's kind of this fight dead in its back. Looks for more and may be able to. 50 HP. His deflex will expire just in time for him to be able to get healing, get over the wall. Okay, choke it a bit onto Imagine, but not nearly enough to stop him from finding that elimination. Okay, that's goofy there. That's maybe not what you'd love. But Screen, again, kills Turbo Smooth. It's like every single time. If we had a kill matrix, it feels like it's like 5-1. He's just had his number. Dreamlight, 4 ults, almost 5. 0907 with a swap over to the Torb, as he decides that Genji's maybe not working out. Fair enough for that. I mean, these are decent adaptations. Are they good enough? That's the question. Turbo Smooth, half HP already. Screen, if he was an extra corner forward, would try and kill. Blading into the top turret is never particularly comfortable, but he'll kill it. Looks for more, tries to kill Turbo Smooth through the beat, and struggling with that so far. The Ray won't keep him alive long enough. So finally, it seems like a flip has been found from a 907. Central Japan wants to find a trade, wants to find one, wants to buy some extra time. Rod goes down, so does Central. They get their jobs out, right? They only need one fight to close out this series. Only one fight to take this in the end. But 0907, maybe 2. To bring us to Volcano, to bring us to a point number 3, where their comp might have some more legs. Dreamlight walking up right now. They've got the right flank already. That's off the back of some great work from the Screen, but Decrease's OC just gets shut down before he even has a chance to let fly. All you can do is cancel. That's heartbreak for Screen, especially. He was hard scaled. He did his job. Just let down by his team. No peel coming through for Decrease. Maybe a bit of an overswing as well. But also, if that was OC for Ray, you kind of take that trade. Dreamlight's ult cycle's still not perfect, but you take a downpour via bomb every damn day of the week, right? The swings. And engages. That's a low HP Lucio. Screen is in, and this time not good for his one. Downpour here. Really surprised them not going for it, actually. With his D.Va still just active in the backline. A wall could split, and indeed will do so. But is it enough to actually find a D-Mech? It doesn't seem like it, as Decrease is dead once again. Rod FD. Not alive. Screen? Okay, how's he done that? Sonowich, I guess, over peaks. But that's a necessary release of pressure, right? For Dreamlight. Allows them to walk basically for free. And 907 probably play back point here, which is a lot easier for 907's comp. Or for Dreamlight's comp, rather. Downpour comes through, won't catch a thing. And Central Japan's HP already going down the wrong way. B is bold, but we'll keep Central active. Counted out by John Witch. Downpour through. The B is good enough onto Doki. Gets the pack in time, but isn't enough to keep him alive. John Witch is there to peel, but he's forced enough resources, forced enough of a turn, that it might have been enough. John Witch is still one shot. Decruz, though, does go down, and Central Lapan isn't as stable as maybe he'd like. They're so close to getting the flip. There's no opportunity for a 97 to leave the point. The same could be said of Dreamlight. Rods, you've got to stay alive here, man. You've got to stay out of those Soj LOS. They're off card for a second, but they at least won't see 9. Rod, the first fatality. Decruz rips the OC. But with his members falling all around him, it seems like we are guaranteed to go to a 5. Bloody hell, it was so close, but our 97 able to battle it back. I mean, every opportunity there. I mean, able to clutch things out. That is just ridiculous.
Ready for battle.
Okay. Final rounds.
One. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Dreamlight changing things up. They found so much success on that Has comp, but feel like the Diva counter-comped too much, so it's going to be a Ram Mirror here. Playing more into O97's kind of comfort pool. Scrain off of his favored Genji. Venture's a strong enough pick, but he's found so much on that so far. Feels almost sacrilegious to take him away from him. Burrows in, explodes out, and will be able to survive, at least for now. In this poke phase, well, I suppose we kind of still are now into the brawl. Should, in theory, favor Dreamlight, but it hasn't just yet. They're kind of losing HP. Gonna be plenty of ult charge at least for Rod FD and Tom X, but they've got to keep everybody active. Cart's enforced. Strain just not really finding anything on this venture, I gotta say. Just lots more work coming through from his counterpart. I think I'd like to see him back on the Genji here, honestly, into the Torb. Farah as well, an option. But I don't think Farah's really part of his hero pool. Torb I don't mind, but only if you've got a Torb on you, right? The chase, he doesn't even overload. He overloaded to Garo spawn. What a huge mistake to make. At least there's a turret to make any sort of stupid spawn peaks bold, right? Punished. Yeah, that 5. Seeing how the walk-up's going. Oh, Doki hit low. The beat is perfect. Both beats, in fact, and keep them alive for so much longer. Whoa, that 1v1 onto Scrain. Nobody looks. Nobody looks at Jonowich. OC, maybe can trade it back. Imagine so low. He's so damn low. The OC is just raining shots in, but it's just not enough. Rod is dead again. Dreamlight could be choking this at the final hurdle. Okay. Decruz isn't staggered long. Central Japan goes for a ultimate that's at best ill-advised. I'd rather he just took the loss. We'll be able to escape for now. Rod is dead. 80% left to go. Now there's a decision. Do they back up? Or do they try and... Because who could play for the touch, right? Rod's dead. You don't have a Genji. 10% left to go. They need to walk up. They need to close the distance. And a boot or a slow or anything can stop that from being the case. 3%. You've got to get there. That's a touch, at least. But Scrain and Rod are both dead. 0907 are tested so damn much. But here on Volcano, they just get dismantled. Oh, so damn close for Dreamlight, but they just can't take it in the end. 3-2 when all is said and done. What a fucking crazy game. I mean, I'm lost for words here. That was kind of nuts. What a game. What a banger, right? Okay. That was everything from me though. That was 2 games. I'm bloody tired now. Thanks so much for tuning in. Should be back to semi-regular streaming this week. I do have uni stuff to play, but that should be the only thing I have as a distraction. What was I gonna say even? Yeah. I should upload these VODs to my Twitch channel when I feel like it, or my YouTube when I feel like it. Anyhow, that's everything from me. Hippie was on the observation today, so shout him out one time. What a goat. And yeah, that's end stream. Tschüss.